Games have infiltrated popular culture and fundamentally changed the way we interact with the world.
How's it going, bro? My name is...
Everyone plays games. It is one of the things that makes us fundamentally human.
In the world of gaming, there's a genre that stands apart, merging the adrenaline of motorsports with the digital frontier, sim racing. It's more than just a game, it's a testament to our passion for speed, precision, and competition. From the pixelated tracks of the 1980s to the hyper-realistic simulations of today, sim racing has been a journey of innovation, challenge, and sheer racing joy. As we shift gears and accelerate into this retrospective, we'll explore the milestones, the iconic titles, and the revolutions that have shaped sim racing's rich history. So, strap in and join us on this high-octane ride through time. The arcade simulator era, spanning from 1982 to 1989, marked a significant shift in the world of racing games. During this period, the first racing game with a realistic representation of a car appeared. This game was Pole Position, developed by Namco. It was released in 1982 and was a massive success in arcades. The game's popularity can be attributed to its innovative use of a third-person rear-view perspective, which was a first for racing games. Following the success of Pole Position, several other games emerged, attempting to capture the same magic. One such game was TX1, developed by Tatsumi in 1983. This game introduced the concept of multiple screens to provide an immersive driving experience. Another notable game from this era was Outrun by Sega in 1986. Outrun was unique because it allowed players to choose their route, a feature that was not common in racing games at the time. The late 1980s saw the release of Hard Driving by Atari Games. This game was groundbreaking as it was the first to feature 3D polygonal graphics. It also introduced a realistic physics engine, setting the stage for future sim racing games. In summary, the arcade simulator era was a transformative period for sim racing. It introduced several innovations that would shape the future of the genre, from realistic graphics to immersive gameplay mechanics. The sim racing genre was established in 1989 with the release of Papyrus Design Group's Indianapolis 500, the simulation, which is considered the first true realistic auto racing simulation. The game's physics model was based on real-world data and telemetry, and its graphics were ahead of their time, featuring a 3D environment and real-world tracks. In 1993, Papyrus followed up with IndyCar Racing, which improved upon the original in many ways, including the addition of more tracks and a season mode. The game was a commercial success and led to a series of sequels. The 1990s saw a proliferation of sim racing titles. In 1992, Microprose released Grand Prix, which was based on the Formula One World Championship. The game was notable for its realistic physics and graphics, as well as its comprehensive simulation of the F1 Championship. In 1995, NASCAR Racing was released by Papyrus, which was another significant step forward in terms of realism. The game featured all the tracks from the 1994 NASCAR season and allowed players to compete in a full season, complete with practice, qualifying, and race sessions. This period marked the emergence and establishment of the sim racing genre, with significant advancements in realism, physics, and graphics.
When the new girl took maternity leave, we all said, "Get Sue back."
Oh, whatever happened to my old typewriter?
We got rid of it years ago.
The late 1990s was a transformative period for sim racing, characterized by the powerful surge in home computer capabilities and the revolutionary introduction of graphics accelerators. These advancements eliminated the need for software-based graphics processing, paving the way for more intricate and lifelike graphics in racing games. At the forefront of this era was the iconic Grand Prix Legends in 1998 by Papyrus Design Group. This simulation of the 1967 Formula One season was not just a game but an experience. Players were transported back in time, navigating the challenging driving physics of the 1960s tracks and cars. Its unparalleled realism set a benchmark, making GPL a touchstone in PC racing simulations. Papyrus didn't stop there. They further expanded the horizons of realism with NASCAR Racing 2002 season. Beyond its impressive physics engine, the game introduced a comprehensive career mode and robust online racing capabilities. Its authenticity was so profound that real-life racing teams adopted it as a training tool. Meanwhile, Jeff Cremant was making waves with his Grand Prix series. Known for its meticulous attention to detail, the series reached its zenith with Grand Prix 4 in 2002. It boasted a sophisticated physics engine, dynamic weather changes, and crisp, high-resolution graphics. F1 Challenge 99-02 by Image Space Incorporated was another gem from this era. Spanning 4 seasons of Formula 1 racing, it was not just the game itself but the community around it that made it special. The modding community breathed life into the game, introducing a plethora of additional content, from new tracks and cars to entire racing seasons. Leave for Speed emerged in 2002 as a testament to what a small, dedicated team could achieve. The game was celebrated for its spot-on physics and emphasis on online racing. Meanwhile, the Rally Championship Series carved its niche, offering fans an authentic rally racing experience complete with intricate car physics, diverse weather scenarios, and a broad spectrum of rally cars. This era also saw contributions from other notable titles like Toker Race Driver, Colin McRae Rally, and Enthusiast Professional Racing. Each played a part in shaping the rich tapestry of the sim racing genre during this period. This era was not just about technological advancements but also about the passion and dedication of developers and the community. Together, they pushed the boundaries of what was possible in sim racing, laying the foundation for the future of the genre. But the innovations didn't stop there. 2005 was a landmark year for the sim racing community. While R-Factor was making waves with its debut, another powerhouse was emerging, Simbin. The company, known for its dedication to realism and quality, released GTR-FI, a GT racing game, to critical acclaim. This title, with its meticulous attention to detail and authentic racing experience, set a new standard for what a racing simulation could be. As R-Factor, developed by Image Space Incorporated, burst onto the scene, it was clear that it was more than just a game, it was a platform. Modders rejoiced as they now had the tools to create their own cars and tracks. The community was alive with creativity and R-Factor became the heart of it. Meanwhile, Simbin continued to push the boundaries. Following the success of GTR, they introduced titles like GTR2 and Race 07, further solidifying their reputation as leaders in the sim racing genre. The combination of R-Factor's modding capabilities and Simbin's dedication to realism made the mid-2000s a golden era for sim racers around the world. As the years rolled on, the sim racing landscape continued to evolve. iRacing, launched in 2008, brought with it a subscription-based model. It was a bold move, but it paid off. With laser-scanned tracks and a competitive ranking system, iRacing quickly became the go-to platform for those seeking the pinnacle of realism. The 2010s saw the rise of consumer virtual reality, and sim racing was ready to embrace it. Titles like Assetto Corsa and Project Cars offered VR support, immersing players like never before. The sensation of sitting in a race car, feeling every bump on the track, and looking into the apex of a turn was now a reality. But it wasn't just about the games. The hardware was evolving too. Direct drive steering wheels, motion platforms, and high-resolution displays became more accessible to the masses. The line between the virtual and real world was blurring. In the vast realm of virtual racing, there's a palpable energy, a buzz that resonates with every rev of the engine and every pixelated turn. This world, though digital, has a heartbeat, and it's racing. As dawn broke on the era of competitive gaming, sim racers found themselves on a new starting grid, ranked multiplayer. Here, they weren't just racing against AI, they were pitted against real people, each with their own strategies and skills. Every race became a story, a dance of overtakes, pit strategies, and last lap dramas. Racers weren't just collecting points, they were collecting memories, stories, and rivalries. But as the sun climbed higher in the virtual sky, the horizon expanded. The world started to take notice, and the tracks of sim racing echoed with a new chant, Esports. Stadiums once filled with the roars of real engines began to reverberate with the clicks of controllers and keyboards. The racers weren't just players, they were athletes, representing teams, sponsors, and legions of fans. Amidst this revolution, a new challenger roared onto the scene, Assetto Corsa Competizione. It wasn't just another game, it was an experience. The rain on the windshield, the grip of the tires, the weight of the car, everything felt real. Racers were no longer just playing, they were living the race. And just when the world thought it had seen it all, the legends returned. Gran Turismo 7 drove out of the annals of history and onto our screens. It wasn't just a sequel, it was a statement, a testament to the love of cars, tracks, and the sheer thrill of speed. And as we moved into the 2020s, the world took notice. Real-world racing drivers began to see the value in sim racing, not just as a hobby, but as a training tool.
This flag, I can't believe what I just saw. That's literally the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. That was straight video game.
The COVID-19 pandemic further highlighted the importance of virtual racing, with real-world events being replaced by virtual ones. Today, sim racing stands as a testament to human innovation and passion. From humble beginnings to a global phenomenon, the journey of sim racing is a story of evolution, community, and the relentless pursuit of realism. But amidst all this technology and competition, the heart of racing, the soul of motorsport, remained unchanged. It was still about the thrill, the passion, the sheer unadulterated joy of racing. As the sun sets on the tracks of today, one can't help but wonder, what's next? Where will this journey take us? But one thing's for sure in the world of sim racing: the race never ends.